40th anniversary, as well as some inspirational thoughts that you can use when you're volunteering at that. Should that one.
I don't need this, so this can go. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So 40 years, they've really gone by so quickly. And perhaps some of us have seen quite a lot of those years. I've seen 35 of those years. And they look like a moment in time. Anyone here seen all 40? 40 years, yes, very good. From the time of 73. 20 of those years?
More than 37 years.
10 years? 5? And a few years since. Janmashtami actually began with a very, very small celebration when in 1962 Prabhupada was traveling on the cargo ship Jaladuta. And when he boarded it, just a week later, he celebrated Janmashtami. And he writes in his diary that Janmashtami observed without ceremony, because there was no one on the ship to celebrate with. So he just cut up a few apples, and the captain, who was a Gujarati gentleman, he gave him some prasad. He said, "This is Janmashtami, so here it is for you." And then, of course, for us, the next Janmashtami here, which is memorable, was 40 years ago. Prabhupada, he installed Sri Sri Radha Gokulananda in 1973 on Janmashtami Day. And at that time, there were about 200 devotees that came to celebrate here, because there was the installation of the deities as well. The next time Janmashtami really took off a bit more was 2 years later in 1975, when the festival was celebrated on the front lawn. And they had 3 wallpaper tables, because they didn't have any other tables, because they were wallpaper. And they used that for serving the prasadam, and 500 people came. So of course now it's grown a little bit larger than that. Over 60,000 people coming over the 2 days. And I don't think we can do any more than that, because of the number of vehicles that we could accommodate on the premises. You know, why do we do things is an interesting question. Why do we all do something? Why are you all volunteering, for instance? And one of our great saints in the Acharyas, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he speaks about this. And he said all of us fit into 4 categories. And he said the category goes up 1 notch at a time. He said the first reason you do something is out of fear. And so that's the lowest level of doing something, out of fear. Isn't it generally children will do things out of fear because parents are waiting? One of our congregation members in India, in Mumbai, when he was driving at night, he thought, let me rush home. And while he was rushing home, he saw the traffic light was red. And he went through it. And moments later, a police car turned up. There are traffic lights in Mumbai, interestingly. And the police were watching the traffic lights. So the man came and said, "Why did you do this? Didn't you see the red traffic light?" And he said, "I saw the red traffic light, but I didn't see you." So he said, the man let him go. He said, "Because at least you're honest," he said. At least you're honest. So we do things out of fear. We stop at the traffic lights. We'll make sure we get to work by 9 o'clock. Isn't it? So volunteering is not about fear, but if you're doing it because you think, if I don't do it, something will go wrong in my life, it's a good thing. But it's the lowest level of doing something. Higher than fear is the next part, which is called reward. You do something because there's a reward. You know, in life, would we go to work if they didn't pay us at the end of the week? There's a reward. The temple actually is very busy on Wednesdays and Saturday evenings. Previously, I think I remember in the early days, even 7 o'clock aarti was about maybe 100 people would come. 9 o'clock, no one would be here. But now, even Wednesday evenings, Saturday evenings, very busy. So I was perplexed because Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, it wasn't that busy. So I asked one gentleman, he was very busy praying. And he came every Wednesday and every Saturday, he said. And although the curtains closed at 7:30, he would still be there praying until 8 o'clock. And then 8 o'clock he would leave. So I was trying to figure out, why is he doing that? And then he gave me a clue. He said, Camelot. A lottery. He said, every Wednesday and every Saturday I pray here and I pray to God because at 8 o'clock they do the draw. So I stay till 8 o'clock, from 7 till 8, and I say, God! I said, God, I didn't realize it was Christian. I said, God, although I am a sinner, make me a winner. So people do things out of reward as well. And we may do that. If we come in to volunteer here, we may think, if I come and volunteer, I'll definitely pass my exams. Isn't it? People may think I'm passing my exams, or I'm getting promotion, or I will find that person I always wanted to marry. Isn't it? People may tend to think like that. That if I do these things, then definitely God or Krishna, He will reward me. So that's the second reason we do something. Second reason we tend to do something. People tend to often come and think, yes, if I do something, then Krishna, and He does. He does. Ye yatham mam prapadinte tam stateva bhajami. That as you surrender, I reward you accordingly. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, yes, reward is one level. And then the third level, why we come here and we serve, is called duty. It can be anything in life, he says. Why are we doing whatever we're doing every day? Because we feel it's our duty. Work may be a duty. Our business may be a duty. Our marriage may be a duty. Which means even if there are difficulties, we do it. We realize it's a duty. And it's a good thing. Because Arjuna was also doing things because he was told this is your duty. So whenever we feel like I shouldn't really do this, Krishna is trying to grab our mind and remind us, do it because it's a duty, if nothing else. Often when we want to leave something, he's reminding us, don't leave it, it's your duty. So that's the third reason. But the highest level we want to do something, Krishna says in it, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur says it's out of love. Out of love. And when we do something out of love, then there's the greatest pleasure within us. Although you may have all four in your life, but different things. But specifically, we're talking about volunteering here at the Manor. And really we want to get to the level of love. Our great love for Krishna, and the fact that this is the highest thing we can give Him. Patram pushpam phalam toyam jome bhaktya priyachati. Krishna is really looking for really our love. But how does that love manifest? through something practical. You can say, I love my husband, which I'm sure all of you do. But if every day you didn't cook, you didn't wash anything, you didn't clean the house, I'm not saying any of you are doing that. But if we didn't do that, that wouldn't be love. Then love becomes just a verb. Love is not love just becomes something that we speak on, sentiment. It's actually a verb. It's a doing thing. You show your love by some service. So similarly, we may love Krishna, but we show it by coming and serving. And that's why the 40th anniversary is so special. That all of us, we're showing our love for Krishna through our service. We've already kicked off the 40th. At the beginning of the year, as you know, we had an Adivas Puja on Holi or Gora Purnima. Wonderful, it caught the attention of BBC Radio London. ITV had it on the 6 o'clock news. BBC London had it. So it was great. The 40th is already kicked off and so many people know about it. It was all in the local papers as well. I think it hit the Independent as well. It was a spread on the Independent in March. And just recently we had Ram Navami, and for the 40th we had something very special. We had a beautiful swan boat which was carrying the deities of Radha Gokulananda. So they went for their boat leela. Anybody saw that? Yeah. Wonderful, wasn't it? The first time ever, 40th anniversary. That Krishna got out to go on the lake and do some boating. He finally got to do some boating and such. So that was a wonderful occasion as well. And what we've also started off for the 40th are regular lectures and talks in the mornings or evenings. And you're probably all receiving emails or at least on Facebook or some message that they're on about their memories of the 40 years. In fact, tomorrow morning is another one of those. You'll see two posters outside. Tomorrow morning, Sri Ramaswamy, who was he was in charge here for many years, maybe 25 years. So he's going to be speaking about his experience. Later on in the year, we hope to have a Kandadi Das. Everyone remember him? The president here for 13 years, longest standing. He looked after the campaign to save the manor. So many memories of that. That will be coming up. So we have a lot of things to look forward to all the way down till the end of Diwali. Perhaps even we'll have something amazing at the end of the year, in December even. We'll see. We'll see what actually works as well. So your invitation is there for any of these events. Any of these events. We hope you can really take advantage, because some of us are seeing the 40th anniversary. We don't want to be morbid, but we may not see the 50th. Life is such. We may not see the 50th anniversary. What if we speak of the 60th? We may not see them. So at least let's see the 40th. And let's take advantage of all the different events that take place. Your role, all of you as volunteers, is to make sure that we do our utmost to make sure that every individual that comes here they feel extremely special. They are Krishna's guests. Everyone that comes through. They should feel like they have been invited personally by Lord Krishna for his birthday. It is his birthday, and he's sending a personal invitation. And when they arrive, we should see, wow, if this is Krishna's guest, I should make sure that first of all I behave properly, I conduct myself properly, and I give the best service to that individual. I have some thoughts for all of you. And these thoughts are based on the factor 10. So I want you to gauge yourself now. All of you. This is from the Gita. And give yourself marks out of 10. See how you're doing. And Krishna in the Gita is saying these are the qualities you require in life. And he says, at the end of it, such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. Okay? So this is from the 12th chapter. Gauge yourself. 1 means you're not doing so well, 10 means you're doing well. So here we go. The first quality Krishna speaks about. One who is not envious. How are we doing that? One who is not envious. How are we doing? I think when we see someone, they're doing better than us or have something better than us, we always feel like, my God, why are they doing so well? So Krishna is here beginning one who is not envious, but is a kind friend to all living entities. How are we doing there? Kind friend. Who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego. Ouch, isn't it? Somebody tells you in our festivals, do this, and you think, why is he telling me? We're all volunteers. So Krishna is saying, free from false ego. We're here to serve the Lord. And that's what we're doing here. Who is equal in both happiness and distress. How are we doing that? Who's equal in happiness and distress. Very difficult. These are the ideals. Krishna is telling us in the Gita, Tams titikshashvabhanata. He's reminding us, don't become too elated when things are going well. You can celebrate this thing, but don't become too elated. And don't become too distressed when things are not working out either. Either way. Is telling us on the side. That was 5. Who is tolerant? Oh, tolerance. What a quality to have. Always satisfied. How are we doing that? We're always satisfied. Or are we hankering for what we don't have and lamenting for what we did have? Self-control, number 8. If there isn't enough salt in the sabji, will we shout at the wife? Self-control. Or if the husband is late for the function, will we throw a pillow at him? Instead, we'll be self-controlled and we'll remember this verse. And engaged in devotional service with determination. That's volunteering. Determined to make sure we organize ourselves to get here on time and stay right to the end. That's called engaged in devotional service with determination. It's not that it's one of the items on my list to do. It's the item to be done on that day. And finally, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee mind is very dear to me. So Krishna is speaking about this in the Gita. And that's very interesting because that's what volunteering is all about. Developing these internal qualities. Externally, we definitely have to come and serve to show that yes, we do love Krishna. But internally as well, equally, we have to manifest ourselves with these qualities, engage ourselves. Check how we're doing in life. And volunteering is such a thing that there is no bar to it. No bar whatsoever. Mrigari, he was a hunter, but still he obtained pure devotional service. So your occupation doesn't matter. You can still take part in volunteering. When Gajendra wanted to serve the Lord, he obtained purity as well. He was an elephant in the Bhagavatam. So the type of body that you have, there's no hindrance to your devotional service. Sudama, he served the Lord. So in economic status, no problem about serving the Lord. Even your age, see a young man there, Dhruva and Prahlad were devotees from 5 years old. So your age is no barrier to you serving Krishna. So that's the wonder of volunteering. Doesn't matter what you are, where you are, you can still come and serve. Anyone can come and serve. Now here, rounding off, on it, I have a checklist of 10 things that you all need to have to make sure that you're ready for volunteering here. Whether it's on a daily basis that you come, or it's on a Sunday that you come, or it's the festival that you come. I think on a daily basis we have about 30 to 50 volunteers that come here every day to come and serve. On a Sunday, there are 200 people that come and serve to make the Sunday program run. And obviously for festivals, it grows. So we want to go from just the fact that we're serving at festivals to coming and serving on a Sunday. And let's build on that. And as you get older and you have more time, there's no need just to hang around doing other things. Come and serve here every day. Because that's what really will come with us. Everything else that we're doing, it stays here. But our service to Krishna is the one thing that will come with us. So here's my checklist for all of you. You ready? Who's good at spelling? We hope you are, because you need some skills in spelling with this. And we'll round off there, yeah? Engaging the time. So here we go. This is the 10 rule book for all volunteers before you enter the gates here at Bhaktivedanta Mandir. Whether it's on a daily basis, Sunday, or a festival. Okay, here we are. If you're good at spelling, you'll have to figure this one out. The most selfish one-letter word.
I.
And our code is avoid it. Avoid it here. The most satisfying two-letter word. It's always going to be we. It's never me that came and did everything. Or I. Because we tend to do that. It's always we. So it's a very important principle here. Third one, the most dangerous three-letter word. Krishna speaks of it.
You.
And me, what's the you? You is good, but what's not good is ego. Good you. Learning a bit of English and spelling as well. E-G-O. Numeracy as well. And what we want you to do is, with the I, avoid it. With the we, use it. Use it, it's we. And finally, with the ego, leave it at the gate. We've left a dustbin there. Drop it in. Don't pick it up when you leave either. Otherwise, your house, which is Vrindavan, may become Kurukshetra. Leave it behind you. The most valued four-letter word. Love. It has to be, and we want you to value it here. The love that you have for your families, your relatives, each other as volunteers, and ultimately the love that we have for Prabhupada, and ultimately Radha Gokul. So we want you to value that. Value that. The most pleasing five-letter word, and you've got to do this from the time your car enters the gate to at least leaving the gate. Five letters. Smile. Is there nothing worse than that volunteer who arrives there? What do you want me to do? Or anyone that's in your family and they come home like this. Instead, smile. Smile is such an amazing thing that you should smile when you're here throughout the festival, and try and keep that smile on, even on a Monday morning. The fastest spreading 6-letter word. Can be many things.
Please.
Yeah, I've got it for you. And it's something rumor.
Oh, yeah.
And we want you to ignore it here during the festivals. Did you know that so-and-so's daughter, did you know that we heard? So this Gramya Katha, it's called village talk. This is the general item in the village. We want you to avoid that, and from Gramya Katha, we want you to go to Krishna Katha. So we want you to ignore the rumors. The hard-working 7-letter word.
Service.
Yeah, achieve it. Service, that's why you're all here. Service. That's why we're all trying to achieve something in our lives. So we want to achieve service. The most enviable 8-letter word. And yes, you can be hundreds of things. This is just something I pulled out. Jealousy, because there's a difference between jealousy and envy. Jealousy is passive, whereas envy is active. So what do we want to do with this? Jealousy, distancing. Distancing. The most powerful 9-letter word.
Thank you.
Envy, yes? Thinking about all of you, that's why I made the acronym up.
Devotion.
Volunteer. Volunteer, yeah? Acquire it. Let's go from the festivals to Sundays to daily. Acquire it. And finally, the most divine 10-letter word. You have to treasure this word. Andy? Hare Krishna? But I thought all of you as volunteers, what really matters is friendship. We're not just here to serve, but we're here in the company of like-minded peoples who we should become friends. Friendship, friends, is the one ship that will not sink in your life. Friendship, relationships are the one ship that doesn't sink in your life. So quiet that. I want to personally thank every one of you here that have been volunteering for so many years in whichever capacity, whether it's little or a lot, it doesn't matter. Krishna's not looking at that. And really, from the bottom of our hearts, from all of us here at Bhakti-Vinaya, thank you very much for coming out and helping Srila Prabhupada Society here at Bhakti-Vinaya. And we hope that in the future you can continue to do so. In the 4 or 5 years of being the temple president here at Vinaya, I've seen that the most powerful thing that we do have is our friendships and our volunteering here in whatever capacity that we can afford. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Shridhar. Okay.